Hello, everyone.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to
another episode of
This is the Circle Podcast.
My name is James.
It is your host, Philip.
my name is Daniel.
Like always, I'm here with my best friends.
All right, so today will be a pretty fun episode.
I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, goodbye.
Goodbye, party people.
See ya.
Welcome back to the Circle Podcast. My name is Philip. I am gathered with my two best friends in the whole wide world. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves. After this short commercial break. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Andrew. I am one of the hosts. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for new listeners. Thank you for finding us. Thank you for giving us a download. Thank you for giving us a view on YouTube. Hopefully, because we need a little bit more. Anyways, yeah, welcome back. We have some exciting stuff today. Stick around.
Hello, world. My name is James. While you're here, while you have a second, wasting time listening to us just fucking talk about nothing, go follow us on YouTube or subscribe at The Circle Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at The Circle Pod, TikTok, same at The Circle Pod.
TikTok.
Take a second. Just go check it out,
Yeah.
Leave a comment.
Doesn't cost money.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
And you're helping us. Come on.
Yeah, come
dude.
tell us we're stupid.
Be a pal.
Yeah.
But yeah, today is my episode. And the subject isn't very, I wouldn't say interesting, but it's something I want to talk
Important.
about. But before that, my best friends, we're going to dive into their beautiful segments of the week. So what you guys got?
Can we go first?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have that little tune that I had last week, just because I don't want to get copy striked. So next week I'll try to have a little tune created.
I respect it.
But welcome to another week. Tech news with James. This just in: Dogecoin going to the fucking moon, boys. For those who don't know, Dogecoin, it's a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin.
We're going to the fucking stratosphere.
We ain't fucking leaving. We fucking holding. But for those who maybe don't pay attention to that stuff, it grew I don't even know how much percentage.
Ridiculous.
A lot.
Yeah,
so
ridiculous.
It started this week at 7 cents a coin, right? 7 cents a coin. Today, Friday, April 16th, it peaked at almost 50 cents a coin. So, some people probably made a lot of money today if they were smart enough to sell.
Some people fucking retired, dude. They
Yeah.
took their money and they left.
Speaking of people that made a lot of money, you know who made a lot of money?
Mm.
Fucking Nas. He made a shit ton
The
of money.
rapper?
Yes.
Off Dogecoin?
Off Coinbase.
Oh, that IPO'd, was it today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, early
They
this week.
went public yesterday, and they projected him. Well, I looked at the stock, and it was going for $339 a stock. So they were predicting him to have $100 million off
wow.
I think he invested only $100K or
Was he like a early
500K?
investor?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he probably has his own stocks.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you always hear it takes money to make money. It's fucking true, boys. Now I have a little more information about Dogecoin that might be funny. So one of the creators, his name was Jackson Palmer. So the two main guys who created it was Jackson Palmer. The other guy, sorry, what's his first name? His last name is Marcus. Billy Marcus. Okay. Billy Marcus. And Jackson Palmer. And what's funny is that they created this just as a joke.
Yeah.
So Doge, for those who don't know, Doge was this old meme of this Shiba Inu dog that just looked really fucking awkward. And it usually had some fucking caption on it what would it say? Much wow.
Yeah.
Very
wow.
Very wow.
Very wow. Much wow.
I don't know. It was a dumb meme. And then somehow during that time, there was little murmurs of Dogecoin being a crypto, right? And So these guys ended up making it a reality just as like a troll. And in this article, it's at cnet.com, Palmer is quoted saying, "I hope people see Dogecoin and say, I'm not going to put all my money into this because right now there's a dog on a coin and it's worth $500 million." And the point of that quote that they later explained is like he just finds it all so ridiculous how much this thing has been like going up in market value. Whoever was interviewing him also asked like, what problem does Dogecoin solve? And he says, I don't think it solves anything. If anything, it exists as an educational tool. It's a reminder that we can't take this stuff seriously. So I thought that was a little ironic. One of the guys who helped develop Dogecoin is a self-proclaimed crypto. What was the word he used? A crypto skeptic. So, and that's something we've talked about because, like, really, what the fuck is Dogecoin? You know?
I mean, that's what I'm trying to express to like my coworkers that are older. They're, and one of the guys, he invests in a lot of things. And I told him, I'm like, dude, it's the same thing as the stock market. At the end of the day, it's all bullshit.
Yep.
We put like these cryptocurrencies are bullshit, but we as people decide to put value in them. You keep buying them, the price is going to keep going up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
same thing with the stock market.
yeah.
These companies can be all bullshit, but we decide to put money into them, so of course the price goes up.
So it's all belief. It's all belief that it's worth something. And I mean, that's with all money, right? It's all fucking bullshit. Our dollar isn't backed by anything anymore. It's not backed by gold, or it's not some fucking real wealth in a vault somewhere. But I feel like Dogecoin even more so. Like Bitcoin, it's still not like money, right? Like you were saying, you can't go down the store and like pay. I'm pretty sure you can't just like go through the drive-thru in Taco Bell and pay with Bitcoin. But there are things you can still
Not
purchase
yet.
online.
Not
Not
yet.
yet. There are still things you could purchase online. When it comes to like online anonymous payments, Bitcoin is usually the way to go, especially if you want to stay private. But what the fuck can you buy with Dogecoin? I have yet to hear or see someone say, "Oh, we take Dogecoin." Like,
Well, that's the thing too. It's going up in price, but it's also not listed on a lot of like cryptocurrency like brokers.
it's not even on Coinbase.
Coinbase. You
You
can't,
can't get it on like Fidelity or
Robinhood. None of that.
You can get it on Robinhood.
That's right.
Oh, really?
That's where I have mine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Robinhood, which is weird. Why the fuck does Robinhood have it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the idea of people coming together and making things their own and making money off it.
Mm.
I like that they've been able to do that with GameStop. I like that people have been able to do that with Dogecoin. And to me, it doesn't have to be like something you pay money for. It could just be, people like just helping each other out and fucking buying the shit out of this thing, fucking the price raising, and everyone's like making money off it, right? And Elon Musk, like, he had a lot to do with it too. He kept fucking tweeting about Dogecoin.
Yeah.
He kept saying that, you're like, whoa, what if Dogecoin was our actual currency? Like, how ironic would that be, right?
Something that was made as a joke.
Yeah.
I would argue though that when it comes to stock inflation like that, it is like a zero-sum game because
It's very dangerous.
well, that and it's like because it's not like everybody's gonna make that money or gonna sell at
No.
that price, right? Someone has to buy it. Like it's not worth anything until you sell it. So that means someone is getting the short end of the stick where they're buying it at peak price, and then that shit just fucking plummets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't look at it as something where people are helping one another. It's just people taking advantage of something that is just popular at the second, and people are going
Yeah.
to come and buy it. So why not
I would say it's that.
sell it?
The one thing though I do see with GameStop is there was a lot of people where it wasn't about getting rich.
It was
about
sticking it to
yeah,
the fucking man.
trying to break the fucking system, trying to show that like that the people have power.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got this week. Tune in next week for your next tech news update.
I hope all those people fucking make as much money as they can,
Yeah.
But I hope you know, not a lot of people get screwed over by it either.
Yeah, it's like gambling, right? Don't play what you're not willing to lose.
Yeah.
So don't drop your life savings into Dogecoin, people.
People are.
I know.
People are.
I know.
So,
Good luck, friends.
and it's just like retail investors, just like fucking people like us, that are fucking that
Yeah.
threw $1,000. Hey,
Damn.
that threw $1,000 into it when it was fucking 5 cents and
Don't pet your pussy on the
made
couch.
$40K.
Yeah. The thing, I feel like there's a difference between like, I got an extra K laying around, let me throw it in, versus like, all right, I know I need this money for rent next month, but come on, baby, make me rich next week.
Bro, that's all that's on fucking Wall Street Bets is people betting their life savings.
I don't get it though, because there's so many like safer avenues you can take, and like trying to get rich quick, that's not the road to take, and
Yeah, I think a lot of them are just
I think it's
like
a lot of trolling.
if you're gonna do that, you might as well just throw your money in a crowdfund. You can buy into a crowdfund for like $250 and have I don't know, their stock could go for $1 You have 250 stocks in that company. If that company develops something that a major company buys out, guess what? You have 250 stocks they have to pay you for.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm curious to know the like math behind it, but I wonder if you have better odds just playing roulette. Just take your fucking money and put it on black. Cross your
That'd
fingers.
be interesting.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? What were you talking about? You were talking about
Crowdfunding?
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah,
rich quick.
there's safer avenues, but these people just are like there's no, reward without risk, right? Or risk without reward.
Yeah.
And these people and I'm there for it, bro. I'm not gonna do that, but I'll watch people do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I'll cheer you
Yeah.
on.
I'm there for it.
Same. Like,
But those
I
people-
hope those people get rich.
Those people that fucking get it right and they're, it's fucking cool to see because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, it is money. Like, it doesn't really mean anything, but
But over the span of
It-
time, though,
at
if you
the
had
end it does.
if you had $1,000, right, and like the road I just said, that's 4 companies you can invest in. You have 4 chances that someday this company might hit it big.
Yeah.
And I was talking to one of my coworkers who was telling me about crowdfunding and educating me on it, and he said one of his goals is to own 100 startup companies.
like stock in over 100 startup
Yeah,
companies.
yeah. Pay into a company that's not open yet to the stock market, and hope that it gets bought out one day.
Trying to be an
but
angel
imagine,
investor.
Yeah, imagine. All you need is one,
Yeah.
right? Over the next 10, 20, 30 years, whatever it takes, you just need one.
I think that's the thing that's cool about the stock market is that there could be a relatively high reward, low risk scenario depending on how you approach it, right?
Yeah.
Versus, because I mean that's the thing, the market always goes up. It always fucking goes up. Whether that's a good thing or not, people argue about that. But you're safer playing the long game than trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah.
Than going all in and pulling out like a week later,
Yeah. Because
hoping you catch the wave.
a lot of people don't know, you need to be educated on it to where, like, back in 2012, for the longest time, there was no such thing as crowdfunding. Like, you couldn't play these games and investing in companies that were just starting up. Like, that wasn't a thing. Obama's the one that made it to where the public can crowdfund and
Participate.
invest in companies, to create revenue. Like, the economy was bad at the time, and it was a way to pump money into the system. And if you don't know about these things, I mean, it would go right over your head. You wouldn't know it's a thing that you can
Yeah.
invest in these companies that are probably right down the street from you that are just looking for some kind of help so that they can keep their idea or whatever it may be alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll tell you guys about that after the show.
For sure.
I think
For
it's
sure.
something we all should get into.
Crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, all the people listening, if you want to find out about it, just Google it. You'll learn everything you need to know.
yeah. I think a lot of people just don't want to wait. In terms of investing, they don't want to wait 20, 25 years.
They want a quick buck.
They want they want money and they want it now.
JG Wentworth.
So I don't know. More power to them. It's their money. They can
Yeah.
obviously do what the fuck they want with it. But if they lose $100,000, don't cry about it.
Yeah.
Like you knew what you're getting into, right?
Yeah.
For Dogecoin, I went to the Dogecoin subreddit, and some dude, when Dogecoin was having its initial growth, he invested $188,000 into it.
Fuck.
And then when it peaked yesterday, he made his total amount.
That he sold or that it was
that he had
Hmm.
was $1,080,000. I don't even fucking know how to say that.
$1,080,000.
$1,080,000. So I was
That's
like,
crazy.
holy shit. So he's like, guys, I just became a millionaire overnight on Dogecoin.
I would have sold that shit. The first
least
million,
half, at
the
least
first
half.
million is the hardest,
Yeah.
and then you put that
Yeah.
towards a fucking
Dude, I
something.
would have sold. If I made $10K, I would have sold it. But
Yeah.
he was like, someone said, like, wow. He said, a richest to richest story we can all be proud of.
Dude, I think that's what a lot of people don't realize about Wall Street bets. Like, I guarantee most of those people who are posting how they lost like fucking $200,000, money means nothing to them. It's
Nothing.
not that they were fucking working a middle class job and they, fucking saved for 10 years and threw it all
Yeah.
away. No, man. These people, they don't.
Yeah,
They probably got fucking their dad fucking paying their credit cards and shit.
I can do you one better. Go on YouTube, type in high stakes poker cash games,
Oh.
and watch them motherfuckers throw in $100,000,
Without
$100,000, no problem, lose that shit, and then buy back in with another $50,000. It's not a concept to them. It goes over their
Yeah.
head, Those daily traders, money
Yeah.
ain't a thing to them. Like it's
It's
another
like a game at that point.
It's their profession at that point, Oh, they
Yeah.
had a bad day. That's what it is to them. Just a bad day.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. I was thinking about like going to Vegas and playing blackjack and how great it is to win like $500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that to us, that's like, dude, holy shit.
That
right?
was like,
A good night.
yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
a fucking that'll never happen again, right?
Yeah. That was us living the high life.
hypothetically. But
All of us doing it at the same time.
yeah, I'm just like, man, if I was like a millionaire and like I was like doing this, I feel like I wouldn't get any thrill out of this. Like,
You have to be on like a high stakes table, man.
yeah, that too. But I'm just like, man, I don't even know. Like the reason this is exciting to me is because like, I guess I don't have a lot of money, and like when I win hundreds of dollars, it helps me out,
Mm.
But like if I was rich, obviously high stakes. If I was betting $1 million here and there, right, I'd get more wealth, but get higher wealth. But I'd just be like, man, I don't even know if it'd have the same effect.
Yeah.
Like, maybe like winning $1 million here and there. But if I'm able to bet $1 million, money's not shit to me, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything to me
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
at that point. So I'm just like, man, maybe maybe I should just like only gamble when I'm poor.
Yeah, I think that's the answer. Don't gamble until you're poor.
your last dollar.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be one of those dudes on the street, those with the cups and
I
a ball.
lost every day.
Yeah, and I mean, I know when to stop. I know when to call it quits.
Yeah.
Like not, don't spend over this, obviously. But I don't know. Gambling just seems more thrilling
Let's go to the casino tonight.
at this wealth. Which one? They're not even open.
Yeah, they're open. What are you talking about?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't gamble in this state. It's a fucking ripoff.
But yeah. Dude, I see some posts on
That bitch.
that subreddit, and I'm just like, man, who are these people just betting all this money? Like,
They live in a different reality, man.
and it's called lost porn when they like.
Oh yeah.
So they you know what I mean? They have faith in something, and then like it goes completely the opposite way they were thinking, and they were just like, lost this amount, and I'm just like, dude, holy shit! If I lose $100, I'm like, fuck, man,
Yeah.
this is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But
All
I
right.
love it,
You
All
ready
right,
for your
Andy.
segment?
and I'll keep fucking watching people lose their money.
What you got for us, playa?
It's addicting. What is this? Okay. So my segment, I just decided to, fucking stick with the same thing.
Keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, it's not permanent still. I think that'll be my backup for now until I actually think of something. But if you weren't here last week, my segment was playing a game of trying to guess which website is the real website. So I scoured the internet to find really weird websites and to incorporate them in a guessing game. So there's going to be 2 rounds this time. Last week it was 3. There's 2 fake ones, 2 fake websites, and there's 1 real one. And I will summarize each one, and they have to guess. My contestants here have to guess which one is real.
Are you making up the other 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
What
off
if they
the
end
dome?
up being real? Dude, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, you're shitting.
God
Oh my
damn.
God.
I was fucking
you
scratched.
okay?
I didn't even realize, bro.
This goddamn
Needs a
cat,
brushing.
man.
Yeah, I need a brusher.
We could fact check.
They could be. I
the
mean, they could
sites.
be real. It's like in the future, like probability probably says that someone would
Yeah.
think of this, right?
Yeah.
So they eventually could be real. But yeah. Anyways, same 2 contestants.
Oh wow. Who would have thought?
In the blue corner, we have the tech guru, James T. Period. I won't say your last name. Standing at a. How tall are you?
5'6",
Standing at 5'6", weighing in at
5'7" on a good day.
weighing in at 170 pounds.
Shit, bro, weighing in at like fucking 220.
Wait,
Jesus
No, I'm kidding. If I weigh 220,
All cock.
straight cock, bro. Half cock, half ass.
This man has 70 pounds on me. Jesus Christ. He's gonna bonk me in the head with his cock.
Fighting out of Boca Raton, Louisiana.
Call him the Thumper.
Is that really a city in Louisiana?
I think so.
Interesting.
How the fuck do you know that?
Boca Raton.
I watch a lot of UFC. We have James the Programmer T.
The Programmer T?
Fighting out of the red corner. We have the Construction Connoisseur.
Connoisseur.
He knows his wood.
Standing at 5'10",
I'll nail you.
5'11". Not really sure. Weighing in at
5'11".
weighing at 5'11", weighing in at 155
Can't be
pounds.
6 feet, huh, God? Can't just give me that 1 inch.
I don't want to
huh?
hear that. I don't want to hear that. All right.
Yeah. Fighting out of fucking Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, there we go.
Philip the Builder.
Don't worry, I'll be a disappointment like everything that comes out of Buffalo.
You gotta keep the tradition. All right, and here we go.
I ain't backing down either. Let's do it like the last round too.
Just say it at the same
1,
time.
2, 3, yeah.
So
I
there's
was
only
just
2
thinking
rounds. I shortened it.
Whatever.
Okay.
Let's do it.
First round. Ding, ding, ding. This website allows you to upload a picture of any door in your house and replace it with different doors from around the world.
Okay.
This website allows you to drive around cities listening to the local radio.
Wait, what? Say that again?
This website allows you to drive around cities listening to the local radio.
Okay.
This website is a dating website for medieval roleplay.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say this time around they're all much more believable. I feel like last week it was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
This one,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I realized that after, and I was like, okay, I gotta.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
gotta-
step
you
up
gotta
your
up it.
game, bro. We ain't
All right.
that stupid.
First one was the door replacer.
Yeah.
That's what you said. You upload
Any
a picture
door around the world.
Mhm.
of your door and you get to replace it with any door around the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Second one, it's a website to listen to local radio.
I was
So
either
specifically while you're driving.
Mhm.
So you need to have like your desktop with you, or they gotta like. Is their website mobile friendly?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, there's plenty of websites that get the fucking radio.
Yeah. It would make sense to me if it was like across the country, because I have a fucking app like that is a website, you know?
Mm.
To listen to radio from like across.
Yeah, so
From, like, not local?
I listen to the sports channel for the Bills and the Sabres. That is the local
okay.
network over there.
Okay. I feel like the last one is very believable too, though. I mean, they got FarmersOnly.com.
Yeah.
They got
Farmers only.
they got Christian Mingle.
All right, we're talking about it too much. Come on.
Okay.
Count us down, Andy.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Should we just say 1, 2, or 3 when we answer? It's
Yeah.
like we pick a number.
Yeah.
All right. We're ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was gonna say 2.
Okay. No, I was saying that was a question. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
I,
So he
I
said-
thought you were just fucking going for it.
You said 3. What'd you say?
I said
3, 2, 1,
2.
go.
I said 2.
2. So 3. The website is a dating website for medieval roleplay.
Yes.
Wrong.
Damn.
Is number 2?
The website allows you to upload a picture of any door in your house and
No.
replace it with different doors from
No.
around the world.
No. Wasn't that the
The-
first one? Mine
Yeah,
was the
that was the
radio
first
one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's number 2.
It was the radio one?
This website is
What is the
called-
point of radio then? If you're driving
Well-
around in your car.
Well,
That is a
it's
good
different.
question.
It's different. So what it is, it's called travelandleisure.com.
It's for the fucking guys that do all that modification to their cars and get rid of their radio, huh?
Mm.
To fucking
So if you want to take
get rid of the speakers, make it
it's-
lighter.
It's more like a video. It's more like a video. So, like, you could choose any city you want,
Uh-huh.
and you'll watch it.
Okay.
But the local radio from that city will be playing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like I understand what you guys are meaning about the local radio, but it's the local radio from that area.
Like from that you're around.
Yeah. No, from where
Oh.
the video is.
So
like,
it's like live
well-
streaming the actual radio show going on.
yeah. So like say you
Mm.
picked like a fucking
'Cause
Birmingham.
I know they do that. yeah.
Birmingham, England. You wanted like you pick that, and it's a
Mhm.
video of someone driving around playing the local radio
Oh,
in the
okay,
video.
okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's more like
Oh, okay, never mind.
That is
I'm thinking
so
of something
specific.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking of something completely different.
It must be like a relaxation type of thing. I
Yeah,
don't
maybe like an
fucking know.
ASMR
Yeah.
type.
That's fucking weird.
Right?
Interesting.
I completely thought of something different. I thought you were driving around your local neighborhood on this website,
no,
listening
no.
to the local radio.
No.
Like, what the fuck?
My apologies if I didn't explain.
I was
explain that
debated
well.
then.
So, good job.
Interesting. Round 2, baby.
Round 2.
We're gonna have to put a scoreboard
I got an
in
itch.
here.
I got an itch. Hold on. Okay. Round 2. Fight. This website allows you to choose any bug and see what it's like when someone squashes it.
You're just looking up at the person?
Is it from their point of view? Like the bug's point of view?
I don't know, bro. This website allows you to see the news from the future.
Okay. All right.
This website allows you to shop online for toenails that have been cut.
Okay, the second one, are we talking about South Park? Because I feel like they nail that shit every time.
The
Or
future?
Did
The
they?
Simpsons.
The news from the future?
Yeah.
Uh,
How many times have they guessed the future right?
True. Well, I think The Simpsons, they've just done so many fucking episodes
yeah,
that
they're
it's
just
like,
running out of stuff to
you know,
They're
you do
just-
every possible combination
They're just thinking of
of
ridiculous
outcomes.
shit and it's coming true?
Yeah, you're going to hit some of them.
What was the third one again?
I think I'm ready with my answer.
The website allows you to shop online for toenails that have been cut.
Oh, dude, that's disgusting if that's real.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Could be a fetish.
I know. That's why it sounds real. One more time, please. Can you go through them?
Yeah, what was the second one? I'm trying to remember. First one's the bug squashing one.
Yes.
I'll just go through them again.
Okay.
The first one, this website allows you to choose any bug and see what it's like when someone squashes it. This website allows you to see the news from the future. This website allows you to shop online for toenails that have been cut.
Yeah, I think I'm ready to go.
I don't even know. I'm just going to guess.
Sorry. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go? Question mark?
Yes. Yes.
Dude, I was about to say it again.
Dude, I was too. I was like,
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
3.
Which was toenails?
Yeah.
Not true.
Oh,
What?
damn.
Yep.
Which
that
one
sounds
is it?
totally believable,
Yeah.
man.
The website allows you to shop online for toenails that haven't been cut is not true. The website allows you to choose any bug and see what it's like when someone squashes it.
That's the real one?
Is-
Fuck!
is
That was
not-
my second guess.
Is not true.
Oh, what?
What if it? Wait.
How the hell does that work then? The news from the
website-
future.
This website allows you to see the news from the future.
Wait, that one's real?
Is it what? Like, what website is it?
Let me grab it again because I accidentally exited out of the tab.
America Explain. You know, I'm gonna have to argue that there has to be a website somewhere on the internet where you could buy cut toenails.
I
wouldn't doubt
would
it.
too.
I was just afraid to look it up.
What if there's some nasty looking ones on there, dude?
Right?
Hold on. Allows you to see the news from the future.
From the future. Future.
Mm,
Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
so, fuck. Damn it. I might have fucked this up.
God damn it, Andy.
Wow.
Hold on. I think I have it.
Awkward silence. Thank you for joining the Circle Podcast.
Okay, I fucking lost it. But anyways, this
Okay.
it's a website. You go to it and it has a bunch of news articles. I think from what I read, it's what could plausibly happen. It's not correct. Jesus Christ. It's not correct, but it could be something that happens in the future. If something like if this went
Breaking
right.
news: North Korea invades the United States.
Yeah,
And
but
Kim Jong Un.
yeah, exactly.
Donald Trump.
It's shit like it's shit like that. So like North Korea.
Does it have
fucking
like real anchors and shit?
Set a nuke. No. It's a website. So it just it's like
Oh,
news
just-
articles that you
oh,
read.
okay.
Yeah. It's
Is
not-
it futuretimeline.net?
Anything with .net.
Is this
just sounds lame.
I know.
I think that might be it.
This is it.
Yeah.
Let's
You
see what's going to
think?
happen.
You didn't even look at it?
See what's going to happen the rest of this decade.
Well, because I had a website that gave me like a bunch of websites, and I
Mm.
clicked the website that it was supposed to be, but then I accidentally exited out of it.
But hey, hell yeah.
But I mean, I'll find it and I'll post it on when I do like the weekly post next week. I'll find it.
They suspect by 2025 we'll have gene therapy for deafness.
Gene therapy.
Yep. Like gene, Gene.
No, I know, but
What the fuck?
It's probably like gene editing, like we were talking about last week.
to like
To like-
prevent it,
I think to cure it.
to cure it.
Cure deafness? I don't know.
I didn't know your genes were the reason why you'd be deaf.
Well, I mean, some people are born that way, right?
Mm.
I always
Yeah.
thought that was like, oh well, maybe it is. I don't know why. I always thought it was like development issues that your eardrum just wasn't fully developed or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never really looked into it.
This decade does not seem very exciting.
Everything happened last year, dude.
Apparently.
Yeah, dude, everything's downhill from fucking 2020.
Yeah.
Get ready for
That's fine.
Nothing.
Keep
See
it boring.
2030.
Let's keep it like that.
Right?
Did they guess COVID right?
That's what I was trying to see if they had stuff from like
Last-
that they had guessed. I don't think
last
so. though.
decade.
But yeah, I'm actually I'm glad you guys had struggled on this one.
Yeah, that last one got us. Okay, they're guessing by 2035 to 2045 we'll discover the first definitive evidence of life beyond Earth.
That's a fucking mile away.
2035?
Yep.
Fuck.
You guys hear about that shit off the coast? That people
what
saying they
thing?
saw a UFO off of the coast of San Diego?
No.
No.
Okay, so it was like, dude, I fucking knew about it because Joe Rogan posted about it on his Instagram.
Of course.
And it was,
Rojogan?
yes. Let me
Can you
find
hand me
it real quick.
another Topo Chico?
So the name of
You
the
have a
article
request?
from The Telegraph.
Tingy lemon. Let's try Tingy.
Pentagon confirms leaked images and videos of UFOs buzzing over U.S. Navy warships are genuine. Official tells Telegraph unexplained images of pyramid-shaped were taken by Navy personnel off the coast of California. The Pentagon is investigating bizarre images of flashing pyramid-shaped UFOs spotted over a U.S. Navy destroyer off the coast of California. Leaked videos show at least 3 of the unidentified pulsating objects moving, sometimes in unison, above the USS Russell in July of 2019. They were filmed moving quickly in and out of clouds by military personnel from the ship for 18 seconds through a green-tinged night vision device.
Interesting.
Cool. I mean, any of this, but like none of this stuff surprises me though. Like, I feel like it's just been a thing that the government has not released that aliens are real. You know.
I think that's the thing. Until they like say like, all right, we got aliens. You know what I mean?
All right, here's Bob.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not gonna be like mind blown.
Like, yeah.
I'm just.
It's-
I like that they're not like
Like,
trying to
yeah.
bullshit us anymore. They're like,
Mm.
we don't even know what it is. You know, like, yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I just expected that to happen. I've known, like, I'm like, dude, they're aliens, right? Like, come on, come on,
Are we being adults here?
come on, dude. Like,
and then real, like, you know,
No, I-
unskeptical people are like, are we being adults here?
and I understand maybe it's like for set national security or it's to prevent like mass hysteria or whatever. I get it, you know. But
Where's your Jesus now? Huh?
Yeah.
I was about to say, I wonder what the Pope would say.
the Pope should get fucking probed.
I'm
Get a taste of his
I'm
own medicine.
I'm so glad I didn't drink this because I would have spit this shit all over the studio.
I just that is my number one situation that I would love to like spectate when aliens come, and I want to see with like religious leaders and like just all religions. I just want to see their explanation for it. You know, oh my God, it's Jesus. Oh my God, it's God. Like that is my number one thing I want to see. You know,
Them try to explain it.
them try to explain it.
Can you hand me one of those things that I drink?
Yeah. You want to try tangy lemon lime?
Sure.
Um,
I don't really like the last flavor, to be honest with you.
yeah, this one's cool. This one tastes like a lemon drop, honestly.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyways, I mean, aliens are fucking real. Come on, let's fucking
I mean, they probably exist somewhere.
let's be real.
Do you think they're here though?
I think they've been here.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they've been here. Dude, if they could fucking travel like orbs of light, do you not think they could fucking disguise themselves as some human, or like they have the power of invisibility?
I think it's more so like how fucking big the universe is.
Yeah. I think they're here. I think they've been here.
If you're out there, aliens, we'd like to have you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
Reach out.
Come here first.
Wouldn't it be fucking dope if aliens just came down in like a flying saucer?
Landed on our place.
They just landed and they were like, "We want to be interviewed, but only by the Circle Podcast." And we were just like, "What the fuck?"
That's how they made contact with humans.
Yeah.
They somehow like
They're
intercepted a fucking.
No one
our
would
fucking
believe
radio
it.
signal.
No
Yeah.
one would fucking
No
watch
one would believe
it. Everyone in India would be like, man, that bullshit.
But it was broadcasted like fucking Man of Steel. You know what I mean? Where a fucking what's his name?
yeah.
General Zod
Zod,
Yeah.
just tapped
Dude.
into the network.
Was that scene not fucking creepy?
That scene was creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That scene was creepy as fuck. When
Imagine
I first
seeing that
watched it,
shit.
I was like, what just happened in this Superman
Yeah.
movie?
When I first watched it, it was creepy because you don't.
Just that weird noise.
Well, you don't see what he looks like before that, right?
No. Yeah.
It-
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I don't think so.
No.
You see him when his dad is trying to get him.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
doing it.
With
Oh,
the
okay.
storytelling, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But imagine if you were like a human.
Oh, yeah.
and
But
you
like,
watch this,
yeah,
like,
it's
what
just all
the
blurry. Like,
fuck?
what the
Yeah.
fuck is this, dude?
There's
Holy
a dude like
shit.
that on Earth. Like,
Yeah.
where the hell is he
Right?
hiding?
What the?
Yeah, but I mean, even if it's like, yeah, they could be like, you know,
Dude, it would
like
be
a Superman.
so dope to talk to a different fucking species, man. I wish I could do that. I'd imagine just how fucking different their perspective would be on life. Imagine, like, just
Yeah,
like, oh,
dude.
what? Like, light speed? Like, nah, bro, you're thinking about it the wrong way. What?
Happy Gilmore accomplished that feat nearly an hour ago. No,
I don't remember.
Oh, Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
man, bro, you quote shit like
This fucking Happy Gilmore. You haven't seen Happy Gilmore?
I have, but man, I didn't memorize the fucking
That's when
dialogue.
Shooter McGavin was fucking. He hit a good ball. He had a good stroke,
Mm-hmm.
and then he turns around. It's that big dude. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The guy with the nail in his
Yeah,
head.
he's like Happy Gilmore accomplished that feat nearly an hour ago. And he turns around. He's like, yeah, well, Happy. Oh my God.
Andy, who the fuck remembers that line?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Okay,
Like, it's
whatever.
not even like, it's not even that
it's
you
not even
remember.
a major part of the movie.
Yeah, it's not like the climax or like the most quoted line.
Yeah.
Like, you memorize the most like
the fucking background of the background guy walking in on set.
dude, the most
Those-
obscure.
Those are the funniest fucking moments in the movie. I hate climaxes. That's what the people in the background say.
I
Yeah.
hate
man.
climaxes.
But yeah. Anyways,
Oh yeah, why don't we go right now? Fucking breaks the bottle. Oh yeah,
You gotta-
I'm trying to find the other part of this this bottle.
you gotta play where it lies. Like earlier, I hit it off of Frankenstein's foot. Oh man,
Where's that? Is that
That's
movie
Mr.
on anything right now?
it's on HBO Max.
Oh, it is.
That's Mr. Gilmore's shirt, or that's Mr. Gilmore's jacket.
The price is wrong, bitch.
I don't remember that part.
He's beating up Bob Barker.
Yeah, dude.
You
No.
remember? They're playing celebrity golf.
Yeah.
Beating up Bob Barker.
You suck, jackass.
You will not make this putt, jackass.
All right, we gotta move on. We're
like-
never gonna get fucking done with this
She was
episode.
fucking staring me down right now. You want to fucking go?
Dude,
She already fucking bit me.
Alien. What's to say this is not an alien? Okay, anyways, go. Let's go.
All right,
You
welcome.
ever just fucking?
Bro, yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, no, do it. Go
No,
ahead.
no, no.
Let's see what happens. You
Uh,
already tipped the key.
She likes it.
fucking.
no more distractions.
Okay. Welcome back to Core Quest with Philip. Today
Request.
we are diving into rational.
Fuck, dude, we haven't even finished all the segments.
No, we haven't. We're diving into rational habits subject on Quora.
Rational
Um,
habits.
Yeah. If you weren't here last week, my little segment is I go on Quora, I find something good, and then I just read it to you guys. Okay.
Sweet.
This was on rational habits. This was answered December 27th of 2019, and the question was, how do many people like to work hard? Or wait, why? Sorry, why do many people like to work hard and not smart? Okay, and this is the story of the ant and the fly. Have you guys heard this story?
No.
Okay. A few sugar cubes were lying on top of a table. A fly entered the room, flew straight away to the cubes, and started feasting on one. An ant was standing on the ground in the corner of the room. It smelled the cubes from a distance and started walking towards them. After a few minutes, it reached the bottom of the table and started climbing the wooden leg of the table, but fell a few times in the pursuit. The fly, now full and satisfied, was roaming around the room, flying here and there. It saw the miserable ant desperately trying to climb the table and failing each time, saying to itself, "Poor insect, why don't you just fly and reach the sugar cube in moments? Oh, I think you don't have wings. Then why don't you just stop trying?" "I don't have wings, but I have my commitment and determination. I will keep trying in the simple and straight way I know," said the ant. After half an hour, the ant reached the tabletop and loaded the sugar cube on its back and started walking back. The fly arrived and teased the ant. "So much efforts for a sugar cube, not worth it." The ant replied, "True, not worth it for you, but absolutely worth it for me, because this is the only way I know to achieve my goals. Also, I don't have a habit of comparing myself with other creatures. Now please don't irritate me. My family is desperately waiting for me." The ant smiled and walked away. Work smart, be intelligent, create great ideas. Be a genuine, think out of the box. A tip most successful people give to average people. Sometimes I try hard to be that genius, but I couldn't find any magic trick to think out of the box. And then I realized that the simplest way to survive in life and walk towards our goals is hard work. We need no wings to start. If you have no option, if you have an option, choose the smart way. But if you don't have any way, at least you can work hard instead of not trying at all. But don't compare yourself with others, or you may get demotivated.
Jeez.
Solid answer.
That's a great story.
Yeah, I like that.
That story reminds me of a quote Conor McGregor always is probably famous for, and he always says, "I'm not talented. I'm obsessed with what I do." Right. And for those that don't know who Conor McGregor is, he's a UFC fighter. But what he means by that is that he wasn't just gifted this thing, like this talent of fighting, of being a great fighter, and it's as easy as that, right? No, he was obsessed with fighting. He put days in and nights and, eating right and, whatever else. He made it his life, right? And he built himself to be one of the greatest fighters, right? And I think a lot of people have to look at it that way. It's not that you could be, obviously someone could be talented, right? But they could also not have a work ethic. But if
Yeah.
someone has a work ethic and isn't talented, they will succeed that guy, right? That person. And they will be miles ahead of him. Because talent without drive is talent wasted. And I think it's important to note that, because it just ties into the saying that anybody can be whatever they want, whether you live here or you live there or whatever. Like, you could become whatever you absolutely want. You just have to put in the hard work, and you have to put in the determination, and you just have to figure it out for yourself, right? How you'll get there. Like, don't compare yourself to anyone else. No one is taking anything away from you, right? No one's like taking all the talent in the world. No one's soaking that in, right? No. So, yeah, that's what I have to say.
Well put. I don't have anything to add.
Yeah, I think the only thing I want to add is, we're all born with into different scenarios, right? We're not all born on the same level keel. Like, that's not how it works.
Everyone has different strengths.
Yeah, people are born very fortunate than others. And, no matter where you're at in life, you just can't let that be an excuse, or you're just going to waste your life wishing what could have been. You just have to put your head down and do what you need to do to get where you want to be. And I know life gets in the way. I know there's hardship that comes along with life, but at the end of the day, if you just sit there and let life just be suffering and being miserable and just not live it to the fullest and not try, then what's the point? Why are we here? Right? You have to find what you want and just go after it. And I know you're going to fail. And I know you're going to fail hundreds of times, thousands of times, if not millions of times. But at the end of the day, you just have to keep going. And I know you probably heard that from fucking people that are 10 times more successful than me. But it's the only way you'll get somewhere. You may not be where you want to be, or you may not go where you want to go. But at least you're heading somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to do.
And you hear that from, the most most successful people, like Michael Jordan. Like, he's missed many game winners, but guess what? His work ethic and his ability to make game winners it didn't just fall in his lap. It was because he missed these other game winners, right?
Yeah.
You miss 26, you make 27. You miss 28, you make 29. That's just how it is, right? And you hear that a lot. Like, your failures, they wouldn't be what they were without their failures and without, people telling them they can't do things, or them, Michael Jordan was cut from like his fucking high school basketball team.
Yeah.
Like that could have been well reason for him to fucking quit basketball,
Yeah.
right? But he didn't, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna be the best player there ever was," quote unquote. I don't want to upset people, but yeah, you aren't successful, month after month after month after month for the rest of your life, right? You could be a failure for 3 years, but guess what? The next 30 years, you've learned something from that, and now you're a success.
Yeah.
Right? It's just not giving up is the main thing. But good story. I never heard that. Interesting.
Glad you like it.
Thank you.
All right, finally we can dive into the subject of this episode. And let me say, it was interesting studying about studying. I've
Very
never done
meta.
such a fucking thing. But yeah, I mean, I want to know, like, when you guys do study, what are your tend to go-tos to study?
Like methods?
Yeah.
You want me to go?
Doesn't matter.
Well, there's a few things that I've learned. One of the biggest things that I learned, especially when going through music, is that consistency is like the number one thing. So you're better off studying 5 minutes a day every day than 1 hour every Sunday type of thing. And I always knew that when it came to music, but I learned that applies to like anything, like to sports, working out, or if you're trying to learn a language, like you're better off doing a short amount of time consistently than, trying to cram it. And the reason is, if something is more reproducible, or if it's easy to do, then you're more likely to stick with it, and it's more likely to become a habit. If it's something that's draining, hard to do, like pulling teeth, it's not very likely to be a habit. So that's one thing that's what I would say. Like if I have to say my most optimal studying methods is reading, like, studying for a certain class 30 minutes every single day. And I'll find that even though that's not a lot of time, if I start doing that at the beginning of in my example, I'm using a class 'cause I'm a student, but if I do that for a class, I'll never be behind. And most of the time I'll be ahead. I don't always do that because I get lazy. But the next thing that I've definitely learned is, like, there's a difference between like studying to like memorize or to like hammer things in your head versus like studying to understand. And an example of that is something like math. Like, there's definitely times where it'll take me like 30 minutes to understand one part of like a page. But that's okay, because if you understand that, it's going to make things coming up better versus if you just like blow through the whole textbook but none of it stuck or like makes sense, then at that point you're just wasting time. So those are my two quick tidbits.
Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely consistency. There's this MMA coach. His name is Firas Sahabi, or Firas or Faris. Sorry if I butcher his name. Sorry if he listens to this.
Damn, bro, he's gonna kick your ass.
But he's actually GSP's head coach.
Oh shit.
And he always advocates for not training, not using 100% and 110% of your training for the day. And he says the same thing. He says, if you say Monday's chest day, and if you go 120% and you're sore, right, for like 3 or 4 days after that, there's no progress in that. And what he means by that is that if you train at 70% on chest day and you feel okay, and then you train again on Tuesday and you keep doing 5 reps every day instead of 1 week, for that week for a work week, Monday through Friday, right? You've done like 25 reps of chest, right? In whatever workout.
Mm-hmm.
But if you only train hard one day, you've only done 5 reps.
Yeah.
And the meaning of that is just it's consistency. You do more by doing less, in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And he always advocates that. He's like, no, don't train until you fucking can't train anymore. That's not the way. Like, you need to be consistent, and you get better every day by doing it every day. So I definitely agree with that. It's and I feel like that's like a big thing in like college culture is like, oh shit, I got a test tomorrow. I got to fucking cram everything in,
yeah.
right? And then you cram everything in, and then the test comes, and you're like, shit,
Don't
nothing
remember
stuck, right?
anything, Yeah.
You know, I've been there. I'm sure you've been there.
I've definitely been there.
I'm sure every fucking college student has been there. Every person in school. But it's like you do it every day. Eventually, it will stick into your mind, whether you like it or not. But my only study tip I would say is, and this is just for me personally, I have a better way of retaining things when I write them down. Like with anything, like if I'm reading an article about anything, I'll like make notes or write it down. And it just sticks. It sticks to my mind better. I just like it's like a tangible thing. Like, and one thing that I've learned from this dude, his name is Jim Quick. I was talking to you guys about him like last week. He dedicated his life to learning and like studying the brain and whatever. And he says that you retain things a lot better by when you're taking notes. Like you half the page, put a line down the page. You write what you're learning, and then you write your own ideas about what it is you're learning. So like say like, I don't know, like this Topo Chico I'm writing down, right? Like this can, it's yellow and it's fucking orange and it says Topo Chico on it. You write down what that is because that's factual, and then you write down what you think about it. Like, oh, how could this be better? Or like, how could you like, I don't know, market this better or whatever. And that's a way of making things that already are, and then creating ideas that aren't there. And he says that with that, you would start to retain things better, and in your mind, it'll just be like a certain state that you're in, right? It'll just be like you're motivated to learn, and you're motivated like why is this going to help me or whatever. But he just wants you to create ideas for things that you're learning, because it just helps with memorization and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's just for me. It's just writing things down. It's like my number one thing.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought him up because our conversation last week really sparked an interest in me to really figure out what it takes for me to learn, you know? And I think the biggest thing people kind of don't realize is that you need to set the setting. You know what I mean? Like for me, I realize it's very tough for me to come home from work, not jump into my bed right after I shower, but to hop on my computer and, you know, cram in the things that I want to learn, you know? Because once I get on my computer, now I have to deal with my normal distractions of hopping on YouTube or Twitch, you know, and just wasting hours on that, you know? I have to figure out like little cues, you know, or for most people, you need to separate your computer or your study area from your room. That room right there is for you to relax, watch TV, Netflix, whatever. That's the room for that, you know. This over here, this area, this is where I sit down and I study and I put in the work. I don't have that luxury, you know. I don't have separate rooms for that. So my cue is, for me, what I began to realize is as soon as I put on my my blue light glasses, that's when I just tend to okay, now it's time to go to work, you know. But then with that, you know, I figured out my setting area. I figured out, okay, this is what gets me into the area where I am now ready to do this. But I need to figure out my method of learning that really makes me retain information, right?
Yeah.
And what I've noticed is what makes it easier for me is flashcards. Like I benefit better with flashcards. So for me, whenever I I see like whatever it may be, a term or something I just don't know. Like I was flying through chapters of this online course, and then finally I started taking it serious after that conversation the last time we were here. And I was like, let's start utilizing these learning tools, these methods, and I started using flashcards, and it one chapter took me like 2.5 hours, because after every term I was like, well, I want to know what that means, and I don't want to be that person that gets into this area or this field and doesn't know what the fuck is being said, so I would take the time, pause the video, go on the internet or go to a different website. What does blah, blah, blah mean? And then I had to look up the term, wrote it on my flashcard, and then I took the time to type that into one of my the websites I utilize to write down notes and shit. And and then I would start the video, and then he would go like 10 seconds in, and I was like, all right, we got to write that down,
That's the thing, and that's okay. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we're just in this age of like rushing everything. Like we
Yeah.
want to just like cram like everything in. But like, no, it's okay. Like if 2 minutes takes you an hour and a half, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
just the point isn't to fly through it, right? It's to understand it. And like, but yeah, if it takes you 2 hours, that's okay. Like that's okay. Like that's what I've done. Like I read one article and it fucking took me forever to like just like, okay, what do I
Digest
think
it.
about this? What do I think about this? And that's fine. And I'm starting to realize that. I'm starting to like, because I also have this tendency to just like read quickly through things. And like, just like, okay, if I don't understand that, whatever, maybe I'll just get the gist of it. Right. And like that's a muscle that eventually you strengthen, right? You're like, you just skim through things and you're just like, you know what I mean? You just don't really fully understand anything. But, and I've noticed that in myself. I'm like, just through like things that I read and not fully like understanding every aspect of it and points and stuff. And I'm trying to like cut that out as well. But yeah, dude, it's all muscle, man. Like, and like I was saying last week, like it's the distraction muscle, right? We all, that's something that everyone has, like, they strengthen that muscle more, and especially nowadays with social media and like things that easily distract you. It's just funny, you don't realize how much of like you can pay attention to something when you don't have like these distractions. Like if you don't have a TV in your room, it's like, man, oh shit, well, I have to find something to do, right? Like if you don't have social media on your phone, you're like, fuck, well, I can't use this. Like I have to find something to do. And it's just like, if this is like your only avenue to like, for entertainment, it's like learning, right? When you don't have these things. But yeah, I mean, that's just what I've learned. But yeah, it's just funny the person you become when you don't have like these entertainment sources.
Yeah.
Like like as soon as you cut those out, you become like this productive person.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. It's just like, and there's nothing wrong with liking entertainment. Like it is what it is. That's why most things were created. But
it shouldn't be your life, though.
yeah, you just have
You shouldn't waste endless hours every day on it.
There's you need balance, right?
Yeah.
You need a balance of things. So
Yeah, I think I mentioned it to you guys last week, but that's what I was doing. I was just rushing through, jumping from site to site, trying to learn different things, and then I realized, like, if this is something I want to take serious, this is going to be, like, years of learning. So start building the foundation that you need to truly understand everything, and then one step at a time.
yeah. And like I understand rushing through, like trying to find different articles and everything, because like to me that's also like motivation, right? You just want to try to learn everything like anything possible about it, which is fine, but you just have to learn how to like use that motivation to, just slow it down. Like,
Yeah.
okay, just take one things at a time. Like you said, like every day, just 30 minutes. That's it. That's all you need.
And that's another thing too. I don't believe people should study to the point where it's like they're dreading it and they're like, whatever video or lessons going on, and you're just not paying attention. You're just in your mind. I do that constantly, and I'm like, all right, pause it. We'll come back.
You gotta take breaks.
We'll come back tomorrow. You know what I mean? At this point, this video is running and I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting this video. Let's just take a step back. I'll come back tomorrow.
Mm.
You know, there's no need to just keep sitting here and be wasting my life. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
take a step back.
I think another point too to make is that you're not gonna. This is just my point of view. I just feel like you're not gonna be motivated all the time to learn something.
No,
But that's not the point, right? It's just about consistency. Like you got to do it when you don't feel like doing it. And I'm sure everyone who's passionate about, well, maybe maybe I'm talking out my ass, but I'm sure everyone who's passionate about something has felt that, like oh God.
Yeah, there's gonna be
You know,
days.
but that doesn't
yeah.
mean that you know that this thing is not for you. It's just like you're just human, man. You
Yeah.
know, you have your days where you're just not motivated to do anything. You know, that's not reason to like give it all up. You know, it's just you have to learn that that's only temporary, and it's okay. It's okay to have like those days and not do it, but also you have to learn to like work through that.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have those days regardless.
Yeah. You know, just my background too. I mean, I was never a good learner. Like I look back now and I looked at school as something where I can hang out with my friends and play sports.
Mm.
That's all I cared about. I never looked at it as some place where I was learning because I never took learning serious. I was good at taking tests, but I never did homework. You know, I never went the extra mile to answer questions in class. Like I was never that kid. And you know, it on the drive home yesterday from work, I was talking to my dad, and he was telling me about a situation where his wife, her son is living in the house, and he's not doing so good in school. And, you know, my dad was showing him the same tough love that he showed me. You know, it was like, listen, dude, if you want to be dumb, you can be dumb. Like, I don't care. It's not going to affect me. It's only going to affect you in the long run. And that motivates people. It may not motivate people. For me, it didn't. You know, it wasn't until I realized that I need grades to play the sports that I want to play, right? And then that's what motivated me. And, you know, I'm glad that I realized this now at my age, because I was telling my dad, I'm like, honestly, you know, that isn't the way to go about it. For me, like, I know when I want to be a dad, if I see my child struggling, what I need to do as a parent is figure out what is it that it takes to motivate my child to learn. Is it using fucking those little plastic building blocks? Is it using cookies? Is it mixing fucking playtime with learning? Like, is it, I don't know, going outside and trying to learn? It's different things, right? Everyone learns in different ways. And I learned my way of learning is not sitting in the classroom with someone standing in the front telling me what this is. You know what I mean? I picked up construction so quickly because it was like, you have to know this to succeed in this career, you know? And you do it repetitions, you know? This is real world stuff. Like, this is what's going to happen, you know? And, yeah, I mean, I just hope if you're a parent and you're listening to this and your child is struggling, don't just tell them, oh, you need to do your homework. Oh, you need to study. Oh, you have this test or whatever. If they're struggling, take the time, try to figure out why that it is they're struggling. What is it about the structure that they're in that is making them struggle? And I'm not going to say that you're a bad parent. You're not a bad parent. At the end of the day, you're human. You know, you probably suck at learning too. We all suck at learning, you know, but at the end of the day, you're human, and it's just something you need to realize. We all learn in different ways.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's just gonna be like this cycle, right? If you don't know how to learn, and then you have kids, and then you can't teach them how to learn, and then they grow up without knowing how to learn, because school obviously doesn't teach you that, right?
Yeah.
Or probably certain ones. There's probably anomalies out there, but and then they grow up, and then they can't really teach their kids how to learn. It's just a cycle, right? You just can't break it, because it's just something that, you know, you don't come across and you don't have the knowledge of, you know. But you know, now there's definitely people out there that are willing to help you with that, and they're willing to teach you that, which is great, because I think that's, you know, what we need. But yeah, you know, just like a big thing about it is just like the state that you're in. Like, a lot of people are fucking engineers because they're motivated to do that, right? And they feel like that's their passion. People are fucking computer engineers because they're motivated to do that. People are vets because they're motivated to do that. You know, like it's just what you find that motivates you more than unmotivates you, obviously. But yeah, you just motivation's a big thing too. You know, obviously it's about doing it when you're unmotivated, but like if you're more unmotivated than motivated when doing something, then I think that's like a tell sign, right? That,
Yeah.
what the fuck am I doing? But yeah, it's just about your mindset and if you're willing to learn something or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that definitely makes sense. And I feel like when it comes to kids and motivation, not only is it like what you were saying, Phil, like people learn in different ways, but I mean, kids just want to have fun, you know? And I'm sure we've all had teachers who were like great. Like they were fun. They made class fun. They made learning fun. And surprise, surprise, you'd actually learn and you'd do better with teachers who did that. And I feel like that just makes sense. You know, like you want to do something that's enjoyable, especially when you're a kid, right? And like I remember like in middle school, I remember for science, we had to do this whole like project on like velocity and stuff, but we had to build like a roller coaster where we would push marbles. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
remember that. Okay. And like that was fucking fun.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a teacher who like did this whole spiel on like density. He would always say like, I love density because it's mass over volume, and that's a heart, so that makes me love it. Stupid shit, even though that's dumb, like I've always remembered that. I've never, you know what I mean? Like it just stuck with me. And it's because it's fun. And I think what sucks, especially for kids, is that you get a lot of people who teach not because they want to or not because it was their first choice. It was either that was their best option or they're teaching for now to eventually do something else, which I get it. You know, people have to do what they have to do, but it just really sucks for those youth who are in those classes because I feel like that's what sets the momentum when it comes to the motivation to learn. Because once you experience that learning can be fun, once you're an adult, then you can take that responsibility of making it fun. You know, Of course, like none of my college classes, they're fucking making songs about formulas, you know, like it's super dry.
Yeah.
But now it's on us. It's our responsibility to make it interesting enough to want to learn it, to put the time to understand the concepts and to read. And I think that's another thing that kind of sucks about the public school system is they do not teach you about the responsibility of learning either. You know, it wasn't until like, at least for us, like in high school, it wasn't until senior year where we really got a choice to spend a solid amount of time learning what we wanted to learn, right? Like with that end of the year project. And I feel like having the choice is another thing too. It's different. It's different when you get to choose what you want to learn and how you're going to learn too, the methods, versus when someone's just telling you to do it. Because it's like, I had so many classes where we had to make flashcards and we would like turn them in and the teacher would look them over and check them off. But it never, like, at least for me, I always hated doing it because I was being told to do it. And I mean, maybe you need to give kids the choice of how they want to do it. You know, do you want to do flashcards? Do you want to do like, you know, write summary of what you read? Do you want to like create a diagram? Like give them the option to digest the material in the way that they can digest it best. And going back to what you were saying, Andy, like, because I do something similar with like, because you were saying how you'll write a summary. What I do is I always keep the margins for like things that I don't understand, and I'll literally write it as a question. And that's another powerful tool as well, is understanding what you don't understand or what you don't know. because I feel like that was something that I always did in high school. Like I would read something that I didn't get, and I would just be like, oh well, like whatever,
Yeah.
and just move on. And then when the teacher would be like, do you have any questions? I wouldn't even know what question to ask. Like I knew I was stuck, but I didn't even know what to ask. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But being conscious and being aware of that process of learning, of what works best for you, of if you need a break or not, because that's a huge one too. That's something that I had to learn. Like if I go like 3 hours straight, I'll be burnt out for the rest of the day. Like I can't do anything. But if I take like small 5-10 minute breaks between throughout the day, I could go all day, no problem. And that's what I've learned, you know? So I feel like the biggest thing is learning is something you need to be extremely mindful of. You know, it's not something to just go on autopilot with. You know, you have to like think about what you're feeling and how you're digesting it, what your thoughts are. It's almost like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle that you're solving within yourself.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it fun, you know? I know puzzles are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure yourself out.
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. It's, I don't know. You just like wonder, I don't know, because you hear like the education system here is like shit, right?
Compared to other
Not
countries.
the
Compared to other
best.
countries,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're a little behind. Yeah.
But it very well could be that, you know, just like for fucking kids, they get recess, you know, it was like 15 minutes. It's like 4 hours. Okay, well, school's like what, 6 hours almost? Or like
yeah, I think so.
like-
6-7 hours.
Okay, like you get those right. You got to be there 6-7 hours, especially for elementary, and then you're fucking learning, right? And then you get like a 15-minute break. That's recess. You do that and you come back, and then you gotta fucking, you know, like you're sitting down for fucking how many hours?
It's literally
Yeah.
just a
It's
break
just
for
the
your
whole
teacher.
day, right?
Pretty much.
It's just the whole
Yeah.
day.
Like
You know-
you're in high school, man. You go
Yeah.
like
High school, middle school.
you go like what 3-4 hours straight. You get a 30-minute lunch, and then back at it for like another.
Yeah. The only
few
break you
hours.
really get is walking from
Yeah.
class to
It's just
class.
like fuck, man. Like, there's just got to be like a different way, you know. Like, you got to understand, like, dude, some of these kids are fucking getting crammed, dude. Like, with information and
Not just that
Mm.
too, but they're also dealing with personal issues
Yeah,
at
that shit
home
too.
or
Like,
whatever it
Yeah.
may be.
you know, it would just be naive for you to like just to dismiss all that, right? Like personal problems, you know, kids learn different ways and
Oh, dude. Sorry.
no, go ahead. Yeah, I was pretty much done.
I know I've talked to you guys about Mark Rober before, right? So for those who don't know, Mark Rober, he's a YouTuber, but that like, I feel like just leaving it at that does an injustice. So he's an engineer. He used to work for NASA. Now he makes a lot of YouTube videos. Well, actually, he releases one YouTube video a month, and he does that to make them like good quality. But what's cool is that all of his videos always have some type of scientific approach to it, where he'll talk about his process and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm totally getting sidetracked. He had a TED Talk. I'm not sure if you guys have watched it or maybe seen the thumbnail where it's saying like the Super Mario.
Yeah, I've seen that.
The
I've seen that.
have you watched the video or no?
That's been like, I feel like it's been like pretty big recently. Is it new?
No, it's old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
it's been
keep
around
seeing
for a
it
few
on my
years.
like suggestions.
Oh yeah, maybe YouTube's just fucking
Yeah,
throwing it at you. But yeah, I think
Listening.
the YouTube video is called like the Super Mario effect, and it's like the way how to trick your brain into finding learning fun. Crap, let me try the exact name of it. Tricking your brain into learning more, and it's called the Super Mario effect. So this came out 2 years ago. And he has this part of his TED Talk. So the whole point is pretty much what we were kind of saying, like try to make learning enjoyable and fun. And what you were saying too, Phil, like you're gonna fail, you know, but that shouldn't be what disrupts you, or that shouldn't be what discourages you or stops you. And he uses this comparison to Super Mario, like when you die when you die playing Super Mario, you're not just like, oh fuck, I died. Like I guess I'm done. Like no, you learn from it. You learn okay, there's gonna be a plant that comes out of this pipe, so I need to like be careful for that next time around. Or like, oh, there's gonna be a turtle hiding here that's gonna come out, so I need to be prepared for that. That's how learning should be, is learning from those experiences or those failures. And he does this one analogy saying how much money. So he pretty much has like a document. So like imagine you have a document, like a stack like this, and you have 2 buttons. And this document tells you which button to press and for how long. And you have to follow those instructions for 4 hours. So it's like, hold button 1 for 5 seconds, release. 1 second, release. Hold button B for 2 seconds, release. If you had to do that for 4 hours straight, how much money would someone have to pay you to convince you to do that, right? That's the idea. Now, what if you change it from, instead of holding 2 buttons, you're holding a controller. And instead of counting seconds, you're running on a track. And there's gaps in the track, so you have to release a button to jump. Pretty much recreating what Super Mario really is. And then he phrases the question again, how much would you pay to play this game for 4 hours? And then he talked about how you spend money on these consoles when you go down to the core, it's all about how it's presented, right?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just totally made me remember that video.
Yeah.
Like it's such a good example of that. You got to make it fun.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if your college classes started incorporating songs like you remember, like, would you have a lot more fun?
Dude, that'd be a little cringe, but like maybe.
Maybe like the professors are like, okay, this is gonna be kind of cringe, but guess what? My students might learn better.
Or like something is like, did you ever do in like elementary school like Jeopardy days?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Where you would it would be like the day before a test or something, right? And you'd
Yeah.
have teams do Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that doesn't compare to like playing fucking GTA, right? But just that little change made class like a little more fun that day.
Yeah.
A little more exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like the creativity in teaching just kind of stifles when you get older.
Yeah.
It's just like, they just throw information at you, and well, you could retain it, which is that's adulthood maybe, but
I think that's what it is. I think it's just like once you're an adult, like it's like your responsibility,
Yeah. Yeah, at that point you're paying for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I came across a podcast actually called Studying Failure. I don't know who this fucking guy is, and I've never listened to his podcast. I just thought it was an interesting title for a show. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a chance, and I listened to the first episode that popped up, and it was dealing with a guy, that wanted to be a millionaire, that drove the fancy sports car and was living the good life of being a real estate agent, but he failed, and that's it. He failed, but one thing that stuck with me is that every morning that guy would wake up and ask himself, today, do I want to be a person of value or do I want to be a person of profit? And I think that's a very powerful thing to ask yourself every morning, right? And I think that could tie into most people, because most people go to work every day looking to just get a paycheck. That's all they care about, right? But if you truly understand your environment, truly understand your job, and truly understand what it is you're doing, you're adding value, right? They're always gonna need you.
Yeah.
You're irreplaceable, and that goes back to learning. You have to learn what it is that you're doing. Or even if you want to get somewhere, you're going to become a person of value, right? If you take the time to really learn where it is you want to be.
Yeah.
I think it's become that way. It's just because people just aren't doing what they like to do. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like that movie Accepted. Like, that's like the perfect example of, you know what I mean? Like like the ending is like, the premise of it is that he makes his own college, and it's basically
People,
what students want to learn.
well, yeah, people learning what they want.
Yeah, so he has
they
his
teach themselves.
he has his board and he's like, okay, just write down what you fucking want to learn and just
Yeah.
we'll fucking teach it, right? And it's just like it's stupid. I mean, not stupid shit. It's just like shit that you wouldn't even think of. Like
Yeah.
I don't even fucking remember. Like
Weird shit.
One
like-
of them was like walking around and thinking about shit.
yeah,
I think that was one of the
yeah,
classes.
walking around like
the art of doing nothing 101.
Yeah. He's like, for instance, and walking around thinking about shit 101.
Yeah.
We contemplate our lives and whatever. But it made sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it goes to the end because someone's trying to like, another college is trying to like use that space for their college and making it seem more grand than what it is. But the main character asks everybody, like, ask the jurors, like, well, what did you want to do? And you know what I mean? Did you want to be like a school board juror? And at the end of it, he ends up getting like the license to be his own college. But the juror that he asked comes up to him. He's like, I wanted to be a jazz
trombone.
jazz trombone player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, well, where did that passion go, right? Like, how did you become a schoolboy?
Yeah.
You know, and obviously, like, everyone's life's different. Things happen how they plan out. But, everyone has a passion to do something. And a lot of times it doesn't turn out to be, like, they don't turn out to be what they want to be at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? God damn it. Stop fighting that. Whether it be real life that fucking hardens you or, gives you calluses. Or whether it be you don't have the courage to, truly
Pursue
commit to
what you
that,
want,
pursue
yeah.
that, But it's become that. It's become just people, I get it. People just trying to survive, they have families and food that they have to pay and mouths they have to feed. I understand. But
There's a lot of hours in the day.
yeah, right. And you can, at the end of the day, you could become what you want to become. And like, that's
You want it
true
bad
across the
enough.
board. And it's true for everybody. It's
It-
just whether you have that determination or
It
not.
may not happen tomorrow.
Probably won't happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one day it will.
It will,
Right?
yeah.
And that's the motivation there.
I'm a big believer. If you put it in the universe, some way, somehow, it'll happen.
I'll come back.
Definitely. But yeah, we've just become like, we've just become a culture of like that. We're just wanted to be something and then
And the biggest problem is this, this fucking thing. We don't utilize it to the way we should.
yeah.
Oh, that was another thing I was going to say based off what you were saying, Phil. That's one thing I learned moving here is like being able to separate spaces for certain things is such a powerful thing.
It's something too that you don't realize till you're an adult,
Yeah. And that's the thing, like I always struggled when I was at home. I always struggled being able to like focus in my room or
Yeah.
get anything done. And then that's because like I had a TV in my room, I had my gaming PC in my room, so on my desk, that's where I would game most of the time. If I'm watching TV, I was laying on my bed. And when we moved here, like I was strategic about not wanting to get a TV for my room. Like it was purposeful. And what's funny is that I sleep way better ever since doing that because like I'm only in my bed if I'm gonna sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So like I knock out right away. Or like my desk that I have in my room, I'm only at that desk if I'm doing something productive. And it just like how your glasses work for you, like that's what works for me. Once I
Yeah.
sit there, it's like, all right, like we're serious, like time to get to work,
You got to figure out your cue too. For some people, it's coffee. Some,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a juice or it's going outside or whatever it may be. You got to find your cue for your brain to know, okay, it's time to go to work.
Quick book plug, read The Power of Habit. They talk about cues, rewards.
Oh, there's another book.
That's a great one if you're trying to hack
I
your
wanted to buy it.
routines.
Hold on. That's a
Dude, that book was an eye opener for me.
Dude, that book was life changing.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't even know where my copy is.
But it's funny.
Fucking lost
It's amazing how when things are relayed in a way that is understandable, right? How you can apply it to your life. Because like reading the first chapter of that book, I was like, holy shit! I started to realize a lot of shit that I was
Yeah.
doing. I was like, wow. Right?
wow.
I was like, dude, I can't keep doing this. And obviously, things happen and fall into bad habits and whatever. But that book was very helpful to me.
You reminded me of a book I wanted to buy. It's called Atomic Habits.
I've heard of that one as well.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a very good book to build positive habits for whatever it is that you want to do.
I think reading that book was what made me so much more aware about my routines, and I think that's right. Like, that's one of the only books I could say left like a lasting impression on me. Where, because I feel like I've always used to like try to read something in the hopes of like, oh, I'll read that one thing and it's gonna change my thinking, And it's never really always like that, but that book definitely started something
It
that
opened
led
up
to where I'm
something.
at now. Yeah. Like, that book started that process of being much more like cognizant of my thinking and what I'm doing.
Definitely, yeah. That book was it was a good book, and you don't pay for like. You obviously pay like what you're paying for is the knowledge in that book, right?
Yeah.
Because you could apply that to everyday life.
Yeah.
And I the reason I bring that up is just because even though you fall off, like say you read the book and you're motivated and you fall off, you have that knowledge forever and you have the ability to change your life, right?
Jump back on.
Because you read that. So, yeah, it's just my fucking train of thoughts all over the place right now. It's just read the fucking book. That book, it's a great book. It's a great book, and it'll make you very self-conscious about the things you do, and the little things that you're doing, like that you might not even realize that set you on this like cycle of not being productive.
I don't think I've ever read that book.
It's
Power
a
of
good
Habit?
book, man.
Huh?
The Power of Habit?
Yeah, I don't think I have.
Dude, it's good.
For me, I realized the only book that's really stuck with me is No More Mr. Nice Guy. But for me, I feel
That's a
like
good book too.
what sticks with me is audiobooks. Because
Hmm.
I'm not good at sitting down and reading, but audiobooks. And that's another thing you got to figure out for yourself, right? Is like, if you're not good at reading, well, there's video formats, there's
Yeah.
audiobooks. You have no excuse not to try,
You're
right? There's different avenues you can take.
Yeah, I hate audiobooks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like something tangible, like holding something. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why when someone's speaking, I tend to just gravitate more towards it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like I can only do that with podcasts.
Really?
But like even then, like when I'm watching it, I feel like I retain.
More.
Yeah. Like Joe Rogan, because he has his video on Spotify.
I've not watched a single
Maybe.
fucking thing on Spotify.
Yeah, he has it tied into where you just play the episode and it just shows up on the
Mhm.
Spotify that tab.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
I can't even remember the last time I actually listened to one of his episodes. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while for me until recently.
Hmm.
But yeah.
I think this is a good time to stop.
Yeah, this was solid. We don't need to feel like everything we've said has had a value. We don't
Yeah.
have to like beat anything.
Yeah.
We
I-
did.
The
beat
funny
any
thing
other
is,
topics to death.
I wrote down like a bunch of methods for studying. Fuck them. you wanna look up these methods? Just Google, methods of studying, and you'll come across like the first link. It'll give you 10 solid methods to go about, and just try them.
Gotta
and
find what works for you.
I'm sure you'll find something. Yeah, just try all of them, and something will stick. But with that, thank you to my two best friends for sitting here and
Oh, wait, too early.
taking this subject serious. Thank you for listening, all you beautiful people out there. I love you. I hope you come back next week. If you don't, I understand. It's okay. Just invite your friend to come listen instead. Like always, remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Don't let the man get you down. And we will see you on the next one.
Do you me?
I think I'm next, right?
Yeah,
I'm
James is
next,
up next.
You ready?
Fuck, I don't even think I could rant today, dude. But
Got the
yeah,
music going, bro.
I'm just gonna go with it, right? I just gotta salute the people one time. Listen here, this isn't about learning, right? This is about being what you want to be in life, right? Don't sit on the fucking couch and play with your asshole. You gotta get up. You gotta get in your car. You gotta go to work. You gotta work 8 hours. You gotta make a living. But guess what? That's not permanent, right? No. No. You be what you want to be in life. And I tell you what, from somebody that is still figuring it out, right? He's still figuring it out. 25 years old. Guess what? You could be fucking 40. You could be fucking 70. You want to be a porn star at 70? You fucking be a porn star at 70. I don't have much else. And on that note, God bless America. MILFs Unite. God bless your mother. See you on the next one. Right?
Once in, always in. Thank you for joining the circle.